Hey, how's it going? Oh, you got that house, Chloe? That's fucking rad. Hey, hey, everybody. How are you doing? All right, I'm gonna start making a list. I'm doing well, doing good. I'm stoked to do some tarot right now. Hey, Queen. Hey, Pretty. Hey, Pink. Hey, Pragya. Hey, Tatiana. Janice. Hey, Gypsy. Hey, Sanid. What's up, Roxana? All right. That's so cool that you got that at home, Chloe. And now you don't have to worry about that anymore. Ave, how are you? Hello. Oh, Ave's got it down. I like it. Oh, thanks, Gypsy. All right. I like this list that Ave's got going on. So I hope you all are doing well. And I'm stoked to do some readings right now. I did thank you. Help me to think positive. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad. My anxiety's pretty low today. I just keep going, like, remembering what I want to, like, put my energy and my awareness on. And if it's anything that causes me stress, then I'm like, well, I just don't want it. So I won't do that. Thank you, Abe. All right. So, Sanid, do you have a question? Thank you, Abe. Hey, Rob. Yes, you can be added. So I'm currently just waiting for Sanid. Let me give them a minute, post their question. Did anybody see that moon last night? Oh, thank you, Janice. That moon was crazy last night. It was so beautiful. Oh, yeah. I appreciate that, y'all. I woke up. It's like 12. It's almost 1 where I'm at right now. This morning I woke up at like 3 in the morning and I looked outside and Saturn and Jupiter were so bright in the sky, like where I'm at. Hey, what's up, Anna? Hey, Empress. Yeah, for sure. Again, thank you, A, for keeping track of the list. All right, so we're gonna get started. Sanit says, any good news coming into my life within the next few months? Let's check it out. Hello, Anna. Just from shuffling, just from this little bit of shuffling that I've done, Sunit, it kind of looks like there's an end to some sort of burden. You know, you might be letting go of something that you've been holding on to that's been creating a burden. So I'm seeing the end of that, letting go of that. Let me pull some cards. You writing a poem, Queen? That's what's up. Is there a, what are you writing about? So, Sunit. Good news coming to Sunit within the next few months. Okay. So there was that energy there of letting something go that you're holding on pretty tight to and releasing some burdens in the, I got that Four of Pentacles in reverse again. That's what I was looking at. Should have showed you. But that's what I was looking at with that Ten of Wands that came out with burden. So it seems like within the next couple of months, you're really finding the strength to let something go. That from what when I was shuffling, I saw that it was creating something of a burden. Um, you've been might have been kind of at a stalemate with this, but it looks like you will eventually make up your mind about making this decision. It will require a bit of strength and some balance, and I believe that you will be in a clear headspace in order to do this. So I really like this energy. It's really some like good movement forward, even if the last little bit of it feels kind of stuck. Okay. Hi, sweetie. That's my pet. Hi, baby. Hello. Oh, hi, baby. Love you. So cute. Hey, Salatern. Definitely, you can be added to the list. All right, next up. Thank you for your question, Sunid. I like that energy for you. And we are on to Abe now. Queen. Of course, Sunid. While Abe gets their question posted, just gonna light some more Palo Santo. I just love the way this smells. And it calms me down a lot too, as does sage. Whoa. It's a person falling in love with a spirit that once was living. Interesting. I like that. Anything having to do with like the concept of transcending planes, as far as like this being the physical plane, there's like a soul plane with higher vibrational frequencies. I'm just all about it because it's real. Yes, this is a real tattoo on my hand. I love it so much. That shit hella hurt, but I love it. It's just so beautiful. All right, Abe. Who will come into my love life this year? A Capricorn. Will I meet anyone seriously? Okay. Let's see. It's a true story. Okay. Okay. That's what's up. Right. I'd love to. I'd love to hear it. So let's see. Who's gonna come in towards a? Oh, I got the Knight of Cups with the Three of Wands. So there's definitely somebody coming in. There's this energy here of like, well, I've been waiting. I wonder if it's like someone from your past. I'm wondering if it's someone from your past actually that has just gained a different perspective, I believe, since the last time you saw them. Let's draw some cards though. That's just from shuffling. Or you could be afraid that it's an ex. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Janice. So this is for Ave. Who will come into Ave's love life this year? And we'll see a little bit what they're about. Let's see. Because that Knight of Cups was there with that Three of Wands. It's like someone coming to your aid in this connected type of way. Got the Devil here. That Three of Wands again. In regards to your love life and who might be coming in, I think this might be either someone from the past or someone that you have a karmic tie to. And there's this energy here of, there's an energy here of codependence, to be honest with you. So I don't know if you will be leaving a codependent situation in order to be open and available, waiting for that Knight of Cups to come by this year. I just want to get some clarifiers on this Devil. It's kind of like being bound to an old situation. There's just this energy here, honestly, of like breaking free from like a codependent, like bound situation, and moving on to either something new. So I wonder if there was a kind of codependent situation with someone from the past. Any messages about this Devil here? There is somebody coming in, and I wonder if they might be a Emperor. I did see Emperor. They might be in Aries, and I just got this Knight of Wands, so they might be in Aries. I also saw a water sign, though. This is talking about whatever this Devil is, like this draw to like a bound situation, this energy here of being bound to something codependently and wanting to escape that is going to be prevalent, I believe. And there's this energy here of maybe that type of energy, conflicting, communicating and connecting, or going after what it is that you want. There seems to be some inner conflict here in regards to actually taking action in regards to this, either this person or how you approach connections in general. But I believe that someone with this Knight of Cups that's coming in is going to bring these energies, or maybe kind of maybe trigger these types of energies in you to be worked through, because it's some pretty heavy stuff, that Devil card. I think it might be a soul tie person, somebody from sometimes in like other lifetimes when we connect with people and say like we do not leave the relationship good or it's left kind of like untended to, the energy is still there. And what happens is over time it just kind of like transforms and gets transferred through objects and whatnot, and it'll catch back up with you within whatever your next lifetime is. And so essentially when you run into that person that you had that conflict with, this has actually happened to me in this lifetime, you can either decide if you want to, you know, squash that karma or whatever energy is still present or not. And this seems to be somebody from your past that's coming in from a past karmic connection that you'll decide what it is that you want to do, but it has something to do with what you might currently be struggling with in regards to codependency, if there is anything with that. All right, Ave. So thank you for your question. We'll move on to Chloe. So I'm gonna give Chloe a minute to, okay, there they are. Mark's feelings for me, if any. Or am I wasting my time? I'm leaving it with you. All right, let's see. What is Mark? What's Mark's energy like toward Chloe? Hey, Butterfly. Yeah, we can add you to the list. I think they feel a little bit shook. I think they're feeling a little bit insecure. And they might be like continuously returning to ways of thinking or ways of behaving in regards to you. That's hard for them to either make a decision or be like a good judge of character. I think they're a little bit shook up right now. They're feeling a little bit insecure. It's like kind of that, and then also this energy of like, well, I want to look at this. Like I kind of want to spend time on this and look at this. Sorry, the dogs upstairs are going crazy. Let me see if I can get anything else. Mark's feelings for Chloe, or Mark's energy towards Chloe. How do they feel about Chloe? How do they feel towards Chloe? They might be coming off as like, if they're communicating, then they might be coming off as not as much communicating with their heart as they are with their mind, and that might be a defense thing. Yeah, they're struggling with some anxiety. They're just struggling with some anxiety, it seems like. And it might be creating this type of like stuck energy for both you and this person. Yeah, I got that Six of Swords in reverse again. So this person might be going through a rough transition. I've got 6 plus the 4 is 10. So this could be something that they've been struggling with for a while. that they might be really anxious about. But it's also at the same time, it's like, oh, they're kind of like on a boundary point of like moving forward and being stuck. So that's good, right? Let's do the 6 minus 4 is the 2 of swords. And that's again just like somebody is kind of on the fence or like on a at a stalemate kind of. They might be struggling with like making a decision for themselves, making a choice maybe as to how to proceed forward. Hey Queen, hey Jenny, thank you for subscribing. Whoa, Chloe, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad that that's resonating with you, and I appreciate your question. Yeah, I'm glad that that's resonating with you. Seems like this person is kind of struggling. Thank you for your question, Chloe. All right, let me see. I'm just looking at this. Yeah, Jenny, for sure. Yes, Queen CC31. I have the same tab on your hand, but on my wrist. Whoa, that's cool. How good did that feel on your wrist there, buddy? Mariah, thank you. It seems like you made a donation. Thank you so much. What did I do? Just a moment. Okay, I see. 222. Thank you so much, Mariah. All right, so we got Mariah on the donation list. So would you like to post your question, Mariah? Hey, Phantom Punk. Yeah, we can add you to the list. Yes, thank you so much, Abe. I was just thinking that. You read my mind. All right. So I feel someone. I kind of want to use a different deck. All right, so this is for Mariah. So I feel someone coming energetically, like the past 2 times before a significant lover came into my life. I hear you. That's real. That's real. What does spirit have to say about this person? I feel coming my way. That is so real. All right, Mariah. So what does spirit have to say about, well, I'm seeing justice here, and that often has to do with like karmic situations and karma coming back like into balance essentially. With the new, there's like regeneration here. Okay, so before we've even pulled any cards, just from shuffling, you're absolutely right. This is a karmic balance here, and whoa, that was cool. Whoa. So there's regeneration and like healing, first of all, a lot of new experiences, but also very familiar experiences. This is definitely a karmic situation. And there's either this person is loaded, or this is the start of a very solid and firm, very permanent type of situation, right? Isn't that cool? And you saw that, right? Like all those cards just fell. And then I just looked at the one that was like popping out. Is it an Aquarius coming back? Let's see. Well, under the justice here, just from what I'm looking, there is a page of swords in reverse. There is an air sign. Let's clarify. And then I would love to do some oracle cards too on this situation, like maybe the Moonology. So let's see if we can see what the sign is. I just saw the Wheel of Fortune, which I believe does have Aquarius on it. The karma with him was an off-on cycle. I see. I hear that. I think this person is from a past life of yours. Let's see if we can. What sign is this person that's coming into Mariah's life? Let's just see what comes up. Whoa. Got the Hangman and the Seven of Wands. And what I want to do is, I don't know what signs are associated with this, but I have a little app here. It's actually, if anybody's interested, it's an app called Galaxy Tarot, and they have a free version. And basically it looks like this, and it has all the cards and stuff, and it gives like brief descriptions, and you could separate the cards by symbols and whatnot too. So you can learn about like what different symbols mean when you see them in the card. The element that's associated with this is water. So, and let me just check what sign is associated with the Seven of Wands. So this is water. This is water, definitely, and this is Leo, apparently, according to Western, like tarot reading. Right. Let's. I'm interested in pulling. I'm really interested, actually, in pulling some Moonology, so we can get a better read on like what type of energy you might like be experiencing when this person is coming around, or maybe you're feeling this type of energy already. Because like picking up on people that are coming back into your life from like either a past life or some karmic situation is very real. Very real. Let's see if we can get some messages for you. Any messages for Mariah about this person coming into their life? Any messages? Any messages for Mariah? I want to cut the deck into 3. All right, so we've got some messages from the universe regarding this situation with this new person, or with this person that might be new to you in this lifetime, apparently. First card that came out is a new moon in Aquarius, actually. I just noticed that. Bring love into the situation. Aquarius is all about progress and modernity. So this is the time to move forwards. The new moon in Aquarius means no looking back. Change is on its way, and it could come quickly. Whether you get the change you want depends on both on whether you believe that you can have it and how much you're relying on others to bring it to you. This card comes with a suggestion that you may need to do things independently on your own, but be loving, not too pragmatic. Time may be of the essence when this card comes up. Aquarius energy has an electric feel to it. Certainly, there is a sense that you need to let go of the past and move towards your future as soon as possible. Attuned to the moon, explore the idea that it's not what you know, but whom you know. Hey, Clementine. Hey, Amaris. Oh, thank you for donating. I'll get you on that donation list right after I'm done with Mariah here. Uh-huh. Yeah. Additional meanings for this card. You need to be more detached from this situation. Thinking outside the box will bring the solution. More pragmatism is called for. Improve your karma by doing some charitable work. And what's really interesting is the next card that came out is New Moon in Virgo, a time to give rather than to take. So there's this energy here of either improving karma by having this type of, this New Moon in Aquarius is talking about doing some charitable work, and this is talking about a time to give rather than to take. So I find that to be very interesting. This might speed up bringing this person into your life. These messages. When this card comes up, it's time for you to take stock of your situation. Where are you and where do you want to go? The new moon energy of this card suggests a restart, and the Virgo energy suggests that you make that restart a clever one that's simple and well organized. Virgo also has a strong health aspect to it. So if you've been unwell, this card suggests that your health is on the up. Virgo loves clean eating and alternative therapies. So add these into your routines now, however you've been feeling. If a situation is blocked at the moment, it could be that you're overanalyzing things or being too critical. It's time to ask less about what someone else can do for you and think more about what you can do for others. Attune with the moon, recommit to healthy morning and evening routines, additional meanings, gradual improvements are coming. Pay attention to detail if you want success. Be of service to others, and the love and money will follow. And the person you're asking about is reliable. And I want to do a soul truth for you too, actually. Let's see if we can get another message here. Any other messages for Mariah regarding this person that will be coming into their life? Interesting. You got what if it isn't true? The thing you're telling yourself right now, the concrete reasons why you think you don't belong, you can't do it, you won't get there, you're not enough, or it's not for you. What if it wasn't true? Today's soul action, it's time for a soul chat. Close your eyes, put your hands on your heart, and ask the wise one within you. What if it isn't true? What else might be possible? Journal your answer. What lie do I need to let go of to reach my soul's truth? So, Mariah, I feel like all of this advice that we just got from Spirit right now has everything to do with this person that's coming in that you seem to have a connection with already. So, thank you so much for your question, Mariah, and I really appreciate your donation. Thank you for coming to the channel. All right, and I believe there's another person on the donation list, Amaris. Amaris, thank you so much for your donation. I hope everybody's doing well today. How does Evan feel about me? Okay. Let's see. Okay. 6-card spread called I believe it's called the Feelings Tarot Spread by I believe Singapore Tarot Online if you're interested. You're welcome, Mariah. Thank you. This is for Amaris about Evan. Interesting. Well, okay, when I was shuffling, I saw the Five of Cups with the Seven of Wands, which is some energy talking about resisting healing from some situation that's already happened. Somebody might be feeling disappointed, and sometimes when people feel really disappointed um, or are experiencing this type of grief, here it is again. This Hermit in reverse is different, but I'll explain that too. When people are struggling with grief, they might be resistant to opening up. They might be resistant to feeling things. They might be resistant to connecting. It seems like this person might want to take some time with themselves to understand what they're feeling and what it means for them to connect again once they're done retreating. So that's just from shuffling. I'm going to pull some cards here. I'm just cutting them into 3. Thank you, Queen. I love this shirt too. First card is going to be how Evan feels about you. Next card will be how you feel about this person. Next card will be how this person thinks of themselves in this connection or this situation. Next card will be about how you might be feeling about yourself in this situation. We've got most probable outcome and how to make the connection better. So, Amaris, and I'm pretty sure that every card here came out in reverse, which is interesting. In like Western tarot cards have what's called like polarity, like an energy polarity, and it's basically like they'll have themes, and right side up will be one theme, and then when it's reversed, sometimes people will look at the I guess what the counter energy, what the counter energy is to it being upright. So having said that, we've got this Ace of Cups here, and we were just talking about this person struggling to connect, struggling to reach out, struggling to, excuse me just a second. Thank you, Jada, for your donation. I'll put you on the list. Roxana, I do not use he, him pronouns. I use they, them pronouns, or you can call me Rachel. And if your name is still on the list, then you haven't been called yet. I think I've just been doing donations so far. All right. So, Amarius, we were talking about this person, Evan, struggling. They're trying to cope with something from the past. And so it seems that they are not so much in a space of either giving or receiving. It's either one of the two or maybe both. We'll pull some clarifiers on that. How you might be feeling about this person is this Knight of Cups here. So I see that there's something wanting to be offered. There might be something wanting to be offered in the way of connection, right? And even when I'm like looking from my view, this Knight is, yes, it's reversed, but it's wanting to march towards this other person, how they feel. It's wanting to march toward this other person. So what I'm getting from that is just like maybe you're wanting to extend connection and reach out, maybe try and even like, I guess flirt or just connect. You seem to be interested in this person's energy, and it might not be coming through. From what I've seen so far, this person just might not be in a space to be able to do that. Where this person, how they think about themselves right now, I think that they are aware that they are not being the most cooperative right now. Either they're not interested in others' opinions about this get together, or they just maybe feel like they want to kind of be on their own type thing. It's this energy kind of going back and forth between, do I go into hermit mode, or am I just kind of stuck here in this and trying to function while not probably processing? We've got how you might feel about yourself in this situation. We've got the King of Swords in reverse. So either emotions might be overwhelming a little bit for you right now. You might not know where you stand with something or where somebody else stands with you. So you might be like confused, but communication is always, it can never hurt, right? Like if you're just being clear, communicative, you're not trying to be hurtful, even though you might be frustrated or scared or feeling insecure or like not wanted or something. Clear communication is always best. Or even just gaining some space from the situation or this person in general so you can like clear your head. If something feels like self-deception, you might want to analyze that. If you feel like you might not be truthful with yourself. Something made me say that. We've got this Page of Swords here as the outcome. We've got this Page of Swords here as in reverse as the outcome. Most probable outcome. And so there's somebody here there's this energy still of like not really speaking truth, either because someone is afraid of either receiving harsh criticism or they are afraid of giving it. It might be both. It might be both. Like this other person might be afraid of receiving harsh criticism, and you might be in a space of like either not wanting to give criticism or it might come off harsh. As how to make this situation better, we've got the Knight of Wands in reverse. So there's like a need to slow down. Hey Jade, there's a need to slow down in order to try and make this go in a direction that is positive. Because it seems like there's, sometimes chaos and passion is like what I think of when I see this card in reverse. It's like a combination between the two. He feels bad. Okay. Well, let's see. That's kind of where their head's at right now. I want to see like what's up with this Page of Swords in reverse as the outcome. Any messages about this Page of Swords in reverse? It's just like someone's either not being truthful to themselves. There's some like self-deception here, I think. Maybe on both counts. There's definitely a lack of clarity though, too. So I don't know if everybody is speaking their truth. Any other messages about this Page of Swords in reverse? I think that it's a combination. I think that someone's not being truthful with themselves about this connection, and it might be coming from more of a space of like the connection's like a happily ever after, more of a fantasy type thing than an actual something that's created in the physical plane. Somebody might be lying to themselves about the state of the situation and kind of coming from a more like not realistic type mindset. I'm interested in this Nine of Wands in reverse as to how to make this situation better. So I'm definitely getting like slowing down, right? There's this thing here about not be careful what you say. This is absolutely of like, be careful of what you say and how you go about approaching either each other or this person, because it could go like everything could get incinerated type thing. There's a definitely an energy here of people needing to be truthful with themselves and either speaking their truth, and be careful of like when they do that, just like very direct communication, like I was saying, not really getting like emotion wrapped up in it, even though you might want to. But that's definitely the advice for this situation. I want to pull some. I want to pull some soul truth and some moonology for you, Amaris, about this situation with this person. I wonder why it was the Five of Cups with the Seven of Wands when I was first shuffling. Oh, he feels bad about it. That's what you were saying. Yeah. Well, let's pull some soul truth. I get this really cool oracle deck called Soul Truth Oracle deck, and they just provide you with some really like practical tools. They give you some practical tools or things that you can journal or practice that will help you get to the root of whatever it is that you're struggling with. Any messages for Amaris in regards to this situation with Evan? Yes, the free list is closed. Okay. I like this for you, Amaris. Where can I ask for more help in my life? Until we can receive with an open heart, we're never really giving with an open heart. When we attach judgment to receiving help, we knowingly or unknowingly attach judgment to giving help. Today's soul action, today ask someone for help and receive it with an open heart. Today's mantra, I ask for what I want and I'm open to receiving it. So I feel like this might like really pertain to you, Amaris, especially given through, it sounds like you went through a difficult time with this person, and we experience trauma and we don't allow the energy of the situation or the experience to move through us. It can get stuck in our heart chakra, and it makes it difficult for us to tap into our own energy that we have an unlimited amount of in our heart chakra. And it makes it difficult to connect with other people because we're closed off. We don't want to be hurt again. And something in our mind is telling us that we are going to be hurt again, even though that's not the case. Any other messages for Amaris? Nice, Amaris, you got 2. All right. I really like this for you, Amaris. Do I surround myself with people who lift me up? I know, right? You're getting called out right now. The people with whom we surround ourselves determine who we become. Does your tribe fill you up? Do they inspire you? Do they believe in you? Do they help you step into your greatest potential? Today's soul action, make a desire list of the type of people with whom you wish to surround yourself, and clarify if there's anyone in your life who no longer serves you. Can you love them from a distance? So I really like that one for you. I see another one on top of the deck here that I want to read to you as well. After this one, what am I most afraid of losing? As we grow, change, and transform our lives, it requires us to let go of something that was to make room for what will be. If you were to take the big leap today, would you feel scared of losing love, safety, or belonging? What if it was a big fat lie? What if it was impossible to lose any of those things because you have the power to give everything you need to yourself. Absolutely true. I think the best thing that anybody can do is invest in themselves, regardless of what anybody's doing, what anybody else is doing. Today's soul action, name that fear and look at the worst case scenario. Find a solution. Take your power back by being certain of who you are and where you're going. I'm getting the chills. This must be hitting you because I'm getting the chills. Today's mantra, I move forward knowing I am powerful beyond measure. I am loved, I am safe, and I belong. I see one at the top of the deck that I just really, there's so many that I want to read to you. What boundaries need to be created or strengthened within my relationships? To create more healthy boundaries, we must first get in tune with our own needs, desires, and feelings and believe that we are worthy of them. In your relationships, it's essential to know where they end and where you begin. Today's soul action, when we separate our energy from others, we gain clarity about what we really want. Then we stop doing things that no longer align with ourselves. If you're an empath, you can still be compassionate towards others without taking on their stuff. It's safe to trust that you are not here to fix anyone. Today's mantra, I have everything, I love this again, telling you, I have everything I need within me now, and so do they. I am worthy of my needs, and I set boundaries based on what's best for me. Hey, everybody coming in. I have hey Mayobi, hey love. I've closed the free list. I've got a donation list going right now. I just finished Amaris, which Amaris, thank you so much for your donation and thank you for your question. I hope that was some good advice for you. I hope you were able to get some good advice out of that and that resonated with you. Moving on to Jada. And Jada, thank you so much for your donation. I have put in the description. You're so welcome, Amaris. Thank you for bringing your energy to the channel. I've put in the description that I will only be accepting one question per donation, just because it takes a while, because I have a whole list that I've got to go through. I appreciate your donation, Jada, and I will answer both questions this time. All right. So, Jada, is there anyone from my old job interested in me? Salaturn, if you're still on the free list, then you haven't been skipped. For sure, no worries, Jada. I appreciate your question. I appreciate you bringing your energy to the channel, for sure. Is there anyone from my old job interested in me? I left months ago. Gotten readings saying yes and others saying move on. I just want the truth and some clarity. Well, it could be both. Hey, No Name. How you doing? The thing is that it could be both, right? Because everything's changing all the time. Like energy is changing all the time. Like this reading tarot is like, they tell you, the cards tell you the energy of what's most probable. What's the most probable energy that you are going to experience or whatever pertaining to your question. Because energy changes and transforms all the time and people have free will, right? So, you and this other person have free will. If you're asking about someone in particular, and what you decide to do and the action steps you take, like decide where the probable outcome goes. Oh, thank you, No Name. I've closed the free list. I'm working on the donation list right now. I appreciate you coming to the channel. So let's get some, let's see what's up. So, anyone from Jada's old job interested in them? Is there anyone from Jada's old job interested in them? Anyone from Jada's old job interested in them? So, got this Eight of Cups here, and I saw this at the bottom of the deck right when I started shuffling. Hey Zhao, I've closed the list. Everybody who's asking about their turn, if your name is still on the free list, then you haven't been skipped. So I saw this at the bottom of the deck before I started shuffling, and you had just mentioned that somebody said move on, and that's what this energy is here. This Eight of Cups is very much somebody moving on from something that didn't serve them or wasn't actually benefiting them. I'm gonna get some clarifiers on this. What can you tell me about this Eight of Cups here? Ooh, interesting. Interesting. So I asked why this Eight of Cups here, what is this energy of moving forward? And we've got the Eight of Wands in reverse with the Four of Swords in reverse. So we've got two eights talking about cycles. And I believe that what is being moved on from is whatever. It seems like this question is being asked a lot, even just for yourself, even if you're not going to see a reader. It appears that you might need to take some rest from this, like asking this about this situation specifically, because it appears that there's no movement. What you're moving forward from is this situation that has no movement, that you're not taking a rest from mentally. Hey Iman, thank you so much for subscribing. I've closed the free list. So absolutely, I would say move forward. Especially since I saw this twice. Like even before I pulled this out, this was at the bottom of the deck. I've closed the free list. If you hit the bell, you'll be notified for when I come back online. So I know that was really quick, but well, here let's do an oracle for this first question. Let's do two oracles for this first question, yeah, because that's just very clear to me. No need to probe that one, to be honest with you. But I want to get some more information. Universe, any messages for Jada about this situation with someone from this situation about someone from their previous work environment coming or not coming into their life? Like, what should Jada be thinking about, or what advice do you have for them in regards to this reading that we're currently doing for them? Oh. I'll do that one, and then I'll pull the other messages for Jada. There's a lot of messages wanting to be communicated to you, Jada. I keep getting like multiple cards at a time, and they feel like clumped together. They feel like stuck together, kind of. Sometimes that's indicative of somebody's energy that I'm doing a reading on. So the first card that came out is, to whom am I comparing myself right now? So this has to do with the question that you had just asked me that we were just talking about. What you are able to see in another is only visible because it's within you, ready to be brought out. Shine light on this feeling of not enough and see the truth. All that you need and want is within you. Today's soul action, today stop comparing and start creating. You also got, what can I do to make a difference? What keeps you up at night? What makes you cringe when you think about it, such that every ounce of you screams no more? Where can you create purpose out of your pain? Today's soul action, make a difference in someone's life today, big or small, because all of it makes a difference. I like that. I was thinking of that Four of Swords in reverse. It was talking about just like incessant type of energy that's just, it's not very grounded. It's just like when you think about something over and over and over, and you just need to move on from that. And I think either moving on from that type of perspective could still allow someone from your past to come through that maybe you were not open to before because you're stuck on this perspective, which seems to be, you seem to be pretty preoccupied with that. So I can see that. I want to do a moonology for you too. Any messages for Jada regarding this reading? Got a new moon in. Whoa. Interesting. New moon in Taurus. Says prosperity lies ahead. This card will often come up when you're inquiring about a financial matter or when you're doubting your self-worth. This card suggests you have what you want, including material things, but you must believe in yourself. This comes down to the laws of attraction. Value yourself, and others will value you too. I think that's of importance. You can create abundance. Taurus is associated with the luxurious Venus, and this card holds the new moon energy. So now is a good time to make a 12-month financial plan. This card can also signal the start of a new relationship. If you've been wrestling with something for a long time, new moon in sturdy Taurus is a sign not to give up. Attuned to the moon, get or give a massage. Healthy body, healthy mind. Additional meanings, you will soon be able to afford the thing you're dreaming of. Getting clear on what you value most will help you find peace. I really like that for you. Take some time out to pamper yourself and start a standing order to a savings account, no matter how small. I like that. All right, let's move on to your second question. Any spiritual growth messages? Ooh. Hey, Clementine. Thanks for coming to the channel. Oh, well, welcome to the channel. I've closed the free list for this live stream in particular. I've still got the donation list open, but I have a lot of people on the free list, so I had to close that. Actually, you know what I want to do is I want to use a different oracle for Jada's second question. So Jada's second question: any spiritual growth messages? I love it. Let's see what's up. Any messages from Spirit for Jada? Let's see. Ooh. I love this card for you right now. You got number 62, The Lonely Journey of the Priestess. I love this. Let's check it out. To commit to yourself, to commit to further unfurling mysteries, to search for the strongest self you have, can be a lonely journey. A strong, independent, and knowledgeable person can intimidate others who are not ready to be there yet. Your road to truth is what will make you successful and happy, and the people who can't travel beside you should probably go their own way. Your success will serve you in a way that feels very different than the feelings of partnerships, but it is equally, if not more, rewarding. And along your very long and potentially lonely path, if you meet someone on the top, that's great. But for now, keep your focus on getting to that mountain peak. The valleys below will thank you. This very much reminds me of that Eight of Cups that first popped out, especially with the mountains. There was hella mountains in the back. It's just talking about obstacles and moving through them. I want to do another message from Spirit for you. Any other messages for Jada from Spirit, please? I know, right? I'm glad that it's resonating with you. I really like this energy for you, Jada. All right, good night, Pragya. Any other messages from Spirit for Jada? Interesting. Am I willing? You are on the edge of something great. Can you feel it? Yes, there is risk, uncertainty, and imperfections ahead. Failure is certain, and vulnerability is a requirement. You must be brave and trust yourself more than ever before. You will reach the dream, but you must stretch yourself into a whole new level of belief and willingness in order to move forward with courage. Today's soul action: be brave, follow your heart's compass, and lift the lid on your own dreams. Today's mantra is "It's possible." And I want to use another deck for you. I'm going to do one more oracle for you. I hope everyone is doing well. I appreciate everybody's patience. Roxana, there's a link that you can copy and paste either to my PayPal account or my Cash App. Any other messages for Jada from Spirit? I'm just still thinking about that Eight of Cups energy with that like High Priestess and this energy of excelling, but like spiritually, even just getting to the core of who you are, and that being a lonely thing, but it's so worth it. It's so rewarding. You gain so much clarity. You know, it's just worth enduring that. And I love spending time with myself. Like maybe that's just me, but maybe a little bit too much, but oh, Jada, you got two. When this deck is, this oracle deck is called The Universe Has Your Back, by the way. When I lean on the faith of the universe, peace becomes real. So it's like go with the flow, allowing yourself to go inward and trusting the universe. My faith has the power to turn trauma into healing, conflict into growth, and fear into love. So I feel like these are all having to do with each other, really. And maybe you can rewatch this live stream later and do some journaling. I often like to do journaling with these oracle cards, and I gain so much clarity just about myself. So Jada, thank you so much for your questions. Thank you for bringing your energy to the channel. And thank you for your donation. Donations. I'm glad that that resonated with you so much. You're so welcome. Roxana, thank you so much for your donation. I just got it. All right, so and as of right now, Roxana is the last person on the donation list, and then I'll get going on the free. Oh my God, it's almost 2 o'clock where I'm at. Roxana, you want to post your question? I'm gonna close the donation list right now for anyone that's new. If you're on the free list and you want to donate, obviously go ahead. But I'm gonna close the donation to any new folks. Clementine, I have closed the lists. I've closed both of the lists. And for everyone that's popping in and out, I'm on the last person on the donation list. Okay, I hear you. Let's check that out. That's very interesting. Hey, Ab. Good to see you. So, just so everyone's up to date, I'm gonna repost this list. Donation list. Unless you're already on the freelance, okay. That's far from you. All right, Roxana, I just really want to focus in on your energy here. You and your half sister. Interesting. So this is for Roxana. They want to know if their half sister has good intentions. What are Roxana's half sister's intentions towards them currently? Right. What's interesting is when I was shuffling, I saw the Hermit, and that's somebody that's in a space of retreating from society, just people in general. They're hermiting, like they're spending a lot of time with themselves, investing in understanding things about themselves in order to gain clarity. And I asked what this person's intentions were towards you currently, and I got this Four of Cups here. So again, it's currently kind of an energy of someone either being distracted or they're kind of like, it's this type of not really reaching out because they've either just got something on their mind or they're concerned with themselves, not necessarily in a like bad way. It's just they may not be as like reachable as far as connecting right now is concerned. I want to get some clarifiers on this Four of Cups. Any information about this Four of Cups? And I asked what, this person's intentions were. Any other messages about this Four of Cups? So there's kind of this energy here of there's this energy here again of resisting to connect a little bit. There's kind of this energy here of resisting to connect with this Queen of Wands here. It might be someone who is just kind of not really feeling themselves right now. They might be feeling a little bit like they don't want to shine, or they don't want to, they're a little bit hesitant to kind of be their whole self with you. So maybe that's maybe you're picking up on that, and that's what's worrying you. Let me get deeper into this Queen of Wands. Any messages about this Queen of Wands in reverse? They just seem to be a little bit like drawn back from you. Got the Three of Wands to clarify that Queen of Wands. So I think it's just might be someone who is insecure either with themselves about like moving forward with a partnership with you. There's something they don't want to be seen yet or something. And there's this hermit energy here that's also kind of like, on one hand it's like I don't want anybody to see me, but it's also seems to be where this person feels like they need to be at in their life. This Three of Wands with the Seven, yeah, it's like instead of just like taking action or making some type of move or being themselves, there's this energy of resistance almost a little bit. At the same time, I do feel that this person might come around to putting more energy and work into this. I do feel that. I do feel like they're just kind of feeling pressured. They're feeling a little bit pressured, and that might be why there's a kind of like this. It'd be like if I put my hand up or something. Just started talking to her. It's a good idea if you keep talking to her. I do think it's a good idea. I just think they might be a little bit like not as active in connecting with you right now. But I do see that being a possibility. And I don't think that she only wants money from you. So let's see. What will yeah, because that's just kind of their energy right now. what will Roxana experience if they put energy into this connection with their half-sister right now? What will Roxana experience if they, go to put energy into this, try to connect with their half-sister? Okay. Right. So I asked, what will you experience if you communicate and reach out to this person right now? And you, again, because of where this person's coming from, I do think that they might communicate with you. And if they do, it'll be more in the sense of like not really connecting. It's more of just like communicating from a place of just solely communicating, not really like connecting. It's like it might come across as them being not very emotional. It's not coming from a very emotional space. It might just not come from a very emotional space right now, but I think this person is willing to be honest with you. But I don't see like things moving forward with y'all in a smooth fashion right now, probably because of where this person's headspace is at. If you do get some communication, it's just going to be very direct, straightforward, some small talk even maybe. But I don't necessarily see the connection taking off right now. Any messages about this Page of Swords here? There's something that's going to be a little bit not grounded with it for a while. Interesting. Hi, Kainat. Thanks for coming to the channel. Roxana, I want to pull some oracle cards for you. I've closed the list for today. I appreciate you coming to the channel though. If you hit the bell, you'll be notified from when I come back on again during the week. Any messages for Roxana regarding their half sister? Any messages for Roxana regarding their half sister? So many just came out. Any messages for Roxana? Interesting. Got full moon in Aries. A fiery climax approaches. Let's check it out. I wonder what this has to do with this situation. It's time to see if you've been a little bit too much me. There's a tug of war going on between what you want and what someone else wants. But you'll have to wait a little while to see what's going to happen next. As you wait, ask yourself if you've been handling the situation as sensitively as you could have done. If you know deep down that you've been a little rash or harsh, gone too fast, or overstepped the mark, then accept that on some level you've created this situation yourself, which means that you can create your way out of it too. When this card comes up, a peak is coming and it could be fiery. Attuned to the moon, be nice, Be kind, smile, and be polite as you navigate to where you want to be. Additional meanings for this card: being assertive is good, just don't ride roughshod over anyone. If you're in a tense situation, meditate your way to peace. Don't be a baby, and you need to have more fun. Let's see what else. Any other messages for Oksana regarding this connection with their half-sister? There's this energy that I keep getting of like also like feeling the need to be cautious when you're speaking to this person. Whatever mind space or head space that they're at right now might cause them to be either volatile, or when people are feeling insecure, they might kind of like lash out instead of like effectively communicating. So there's this energy here of being careful if you do choose to communicate with them right now. I've been getting this one a lot today. Bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. I like this. Aquarius is all about progress and modernity, so this is the time to move forwards. The new moon in Aquarius card means no looking back. Change is on its way, and it could come quickly. Whether you get the change you want depends both on whether you believe you can have it and how much you're relying on others to bring it to you. This card comes with a suggestion that you may need to do things independently, on your own. But be loving, not too pragmatic. Time may be of the essence when this card comes up. Aquarius energy has an electric feel to it. Certainly, there is a sense that you need to let go of the past and move forward towards your future as soon as possible. Attuned to the moon, explore the idea that it's not what you know, but whom you know. Additional meanings: you need to be more detached from this situation. Thinking outside the box will bring the solution. More pragmatism is called for, and improve your karma by doing some charitable work. Before I move on to the next person, I want to do a soul truth oracle for you as well. All right, so this is for Roxana. Spirit and universe, do you have any messages for Roxana in regards to the situation with their half-sister? Messages for Roxana. What can I burn? Burn it. Burn it all. The ugly lies, the pain, the shame, the criticism, the images that run through your head, the reminders of what you did wrong, and the proof that you are not enough. Burn, baby, burn. Your soul is calling. It's time for a rebirth. You're like the phoenix rising from the ashes, no longer attached to the past. You are free. Your wings are ready. Use them. Today's soul action: make the choice that you will no longer let the past define you. Pick up your pen. What will your next chapter look like? So there's also this other energy theme here of moving on from the past, letting go of the past. So I wonder what that type of mindset has to do with you wanting to take action and connect with this person. So I hope that resonated with you and you got some good advice from those cards. I appreciate your energy, and I appreciate your question and your donation. Thank you so much. And we're going to move on to the free list now. So we've got Pink. Is Pink here? Got Pink, Pragya, and Tatiana. Hi, Tana. Thanks for coming to the channel. I've closed both the lists for today, but if you subscribe and hit the bell, you'll be notified for when I come back on. So this question is for it's for Pink. So many times I have done that. You're welcome. All right. I don't feel like I ever disconnect from spirit. I just don't want to. All right, so for Pink, does LJ not want to talk anymore? It's just so much fun. I never feel like lonely because there's just constant. Oh, that doesn't happen very often unless I make like a conscious effort to relax myself enough and open up. But I have done it before. So this is for Pink. Does LJ not want to talk anymore? Okay. Does LJ still want to talk to Pink? It's interesting. It's kind of complex because on one hand, they're like, no. And on the other hand, they're like going back and forth with that. There's this energy here about them feeling like something was not fair, either that or they are not in a space of making good judgment. Kind of like when there's something clouding their space of judgment, and there seems to be some chaotic, ungrounded energy here. And there's blockages, so it's like they're going back and forth with it. They're currently going back and forth with it. Or your friend did that for you? What was your experience, Queen? Okay, Pink, thank you for your question. I'm on to the next person. Let me repost the list. But I think that they feel like something was like unfair, Pink. Either that or they're going about making decisions in a way that's not, it's kind of like low vibration. They're kind of going back and forth with that, so I don't know what happened. But it seems to be pretty blocked right now. So is Pragya here? Oh, good. I'm glad, Queen. I'm really glad. It's just so interesting, like how energy works and how relationships continue when, you know, we're here in the physical plane. We still have a connection to higher vibrational planes like the soul plane. But when we're in our conscious, like daily lives, it's like there's so many external things going on. We're just don't really think about that. But if you create the space, like, you can allow those energies to come through. So I'm glad you had a good experience with that. Pragya went to sleep. Thank you for letting me know. All right. And we did Roxana. So Tatiana, let me repost the list. Thank you, everybody, for being so patient. All right, so that's what I have right now. Still in the process of letting go of my guilt from 2 situations. Okay, I feel you. I feel you. Yeah, if it's something that's not serving you anymore, and you know, if your environment is safe and not kind of inflating these feelings, then absolutely do whatever you feel, process however you need to process to move forward, so you can just focus on your life and what you've got going on right now. Of course, I appreciate y'all sharing your energy with me too. It goes both ways. Like, I can tell when someone's not being open because I struggle to understand what's going on. But that doesn't often happen here. Usually it's pretty clear. So I appreciate y'all being open with me. All right. So Tatiana and Gypsy and Janice, if you want to get your questions ready and posted. Pretty, if you're still on the list, then you didn't get skipped. All right, so I'm giving Tatiana a minute to post their question. And then Gypsy and Janice, if you want to get your questions ready and posted, you can go for it. That's exactly what I'm trying to do, Gypsy. So I'm glad that you can get that it's coming off in that way. Because that's what I'm trying to do. There's always a solution. You can always like empower yourself regardless of what anybody else in your life is doing. So I don't see Tatiana right now. So Janice posted their question. Gypsy, if you want to... Oh, well, I feel that, like, even if faking it till you make it really actually works. Because I'd be like, even when I was getting this channel together, I'm like, I don't even know what it means to have confidence doing a live reading. So let me just watch some inspirational videos and just kind of like fake it till I make it and incorporate what other people have going on that I like and just see what comes out. And that absolutely works. So keep at it. Good for you. Gypsy says, what can Ryan and I do to make our relationship last long term and be happy? Okay. What can Ryan and Gypsy do to make their relationship like more stable and beneficial? It seems that to make this connection more stable and more beneficial, either y'all have the things that you desire as far as like which fulfillment is going, and there's this energy here of like, one, being grateful, right, for what you have, two, investing in the self and knowing what it means for each of you individually to either know your worth or be in touch with what brings you wish fulfillment, because y'all are living separate lives, right? So you're still living your life for you. So there's that. And there's this energy here of not jumping into anything just to do it. Like, context is very important. I've got this Knight of Pentacles in reverse with this Fool in reverse. And this is talking about, this is either talking about like planning something so long that it just never gets off the ground. So if that's like kind of a stagnant maybe energy in y'all's connection, that tied to this idea of being grateful and investing in your own individual lives, those are tied. So there's that. And right, and then there's this energy of like planning something so long that you just never try something new and it becomes kind of like boring or something. Any messages about this Fool in reverse? There's this energy here of allowing things to come into your life and taking action on those things. There seems to be like a potential for like stuckness or blockness when it comes to like starting new things. Either things don't get planned out like properly, or they get planned out too long that at some point you just got to like take a leap of faith into whatever it is that y'all are trying to build. Yeah, there's this energy here about literally like taking action on things that bring you wish fulfillment, maybe. And that's what that tie is here. Because things can sometimes get a little bit boring or stagnant. And I think just you two individually being in touch with yourselves and what brings each of you wish fulfillment, and then coexisting together and being supportive, I think is what's going to make this most beneficial and stable and fun. Yes, I have anxiety all day. um, this book, I know I post this a lot, and I have a special project that I'm working on in regards to this book, Untethered Soul. This book, I know I post a lot, but it really helped me get in control of my thoughts and be the creator of my own life, as opposed to giving my awareness and my energy into every single anxious thought that I have throughout the day, which they do come around, but you don't need to give every single thought your attention. Oh, you're still reading it? Good for you. Good for you. I'm not even finished with it. I'm on part 3. I'm on part 3 right now. But good for you. I'm glad that this resonated with you, Gypsy. Thank you so much for your question and for bringing your energy to the channel. All right. So I think we've got Janice next. Hey, what's up, Zodi? Right. Yes, absolutely. Yo, Gypsy, like whenever I have an anxious thought, I just try to remember that. It's like starting from like square one, and then you follow that whole line of thought with like the whole line of thought of like, I'm having this thought. Oh, okay, I'm remembering now that I'm the observer of these thoughts. Okay, now I remember I need to put my energy behind that, and I'm just going to visualize this thought flying by and me just like watching it go. Tatiana, we did call your name. You're on the list, so you can go ahead and oh, my pup's asleep in the back, and they're like barking in their sleep. It's so cute. Yes, yes, exactly. You're definitely inspired. I'm like making a note to continue reading that, even if it's just a little bit for today, because it's every single sentence is just like mind blowing, you know. So it's like, fuck. It's okay. You're so welcome, Gypsy. 715. What is that area code? Just a second, y'all. 715 area code. That's definitely not anywhere near me. I've been getting scam calls like crazy. That's really good. 5 pages a day is really good because that's so much information just in those 5 pages. That sounds like a really good goal. I might start doing that. All right. Tatiana, you want to post your question? And let me move the list down. So I'm waiting on Tatiana. I'm gonna light some. I'm pretty sure this is some sage. I can't tell what kind though, because I don't know them very well. So I'm not seeing Tatiana's question, so I'm gonna move on to Janice's question. Oh, you're looking for one for Spanish. I'll keep an eye out for that, Janice. Okay, so Janice asks, spiritual talking, what do I need to know or understand to grow up? Okay, because I feel like it's right in front of my nose, but I don't get it. Okay. What does Janice need to understand in order to grow? Another thing I like to do that I get to work on every single time I do this live stream is just like letting go of any outcome, or like letting go of like trying to make a reading look a specific way, and just be present with the energies that are here. It's been difficult for me to do, but I feel like I've been getting better every day. So we're looking at Janice. I'm glad. I hope you find it. I'm sure there's got to be something. So what does Janice need to understand in order to grow? And if you feel like it's right under your nose, it probably is. We'll see. Hey, Marwa. Welcome to the channel. I see. So what I'm getting, Janice, is letting go. This has to do with the past, I believe. And I believe that this has to do with letting go about either like some sort of failed partnership, or maybe there was some like collaboration that didn't get off the ground, that maybe has over time it just like there might even be a resistance over time from something, the first time that something traumatic came across in regards to this, as not wanting to either work with others or collaborate with others. There's definitely this energy here of letting go of either some sort of partnership from the past, or something that happened in the past that doesn't leave you feeling so great when you think about it. And you might even not even recognize maybe how often it comes up in your life. Maybe you're not like consciously thinking about it, but it's the theme of whatever you experienced in the past. It comes out, it can come out in like your behaviors or way of thinking, or even the way that you talk to yourself, or like if you struggle within partnerships or collaborations about not learning from mistakes, um, that can keep coming back up if something's not getting tended to, that has happened in the past that made you feel some type of way, might have made you feel like there's something that you need to hold on to because it got normalized or something. What I want to do for you, Janice, too, because I love it when anybody's just really trying to go within themselves and release something. It's absolutely having to do with holding on to something from your past, and being willing to let that go, choosing to come from a place of love and opening your heart chakra seems to be difficult. Any messages for Janice regarding this reading? This might be internal conflicts that might have come up or stemmed from this partnership that wasn't cooperative, or it could be just like any partnership that you try to either work with or collaborate with, causing some internal conflict at this point. I'm not sure if it's actually something in your 3D plane that you got to be worried about, as much as it was something that had happened in the past. You got who can I serve today? In a world lacking soul to soul connection, small and simple acts are what create the biggest and most lasting impact. We shift our own pain and experience an avalanche of love when we lose ourselves in the service of others. Who needs you today? Today's soul action, listen to your heart. Who needs you? Make one soulful connection today and give solely to spread more love, expecting nothing in return. That's key here. Notice the joy that you feel when you serve others. So this absolutely has to do with like reopening your heart chakra and allowing something to be let go that you were holding on to, that might be causing some internal conflict when you go and get yourself in new partnerships, or try to collaborate, or try to work in sync with other people on a project or anything. Okay, Janice, I hope that resonated with you. I appreciate your question. And I appreciate you bringing your energy to the channel. Yeah, my Instagram, Marwa, is at should just be at LoveDivineWisdom. Let me check my Insta right quick. right? Like I have in, and that's what I meant to do actually this weekend was post that. I'll post it in the description for future videos. But I have an Instagram for Love Divine, but it doesn't have any of my pictures on there. Hey, what's up, Shay? My personal one. Oh, thank you, Janice. You as well. My personal one, so that's what you'll see pictures on if you do know me. And again, the lists are closed for both donation and free list. So Shay, I will take your donation and I will do your question. I guess I should have reposted that all lists are closed. So let me just do that right quick. We got this. I appreciate your donation, Shay. Thank you so much. I appreciate you coming back to the channel too. Free list is closed. And donation. List is closed. And I just did Janet's actually. It's all good, Shay. Do you want to post your question? You're welcome, Marwa. Okay, I will. Okay. Okay. So Shay's question, how does let's do a 6-card spread for that. So this question's for Shay. How does Shay's child's father currently feel about Shay? Oh, okay, thank you, Mara. Let's see what we can find out about this, Shay. I got cannabis delivery folks hitting me up every day, which is helpful. I'm hella grateful. Just a moment. Sorry about that, y'all. Okay. Shablam. And then, okay. Oh, right. That was, so yeah, I think my Instagram should just be Love Divine Wisdom, like this YouTube channel. All right, so this is for Shay, and they're asking about what their child's father currently feels towards them. Let's see. All right, so I'm shuffling the cards and I've separated them into 3 piles. I've spread them out. First card is going to be how this person feels towards you. Second card is going to be how you feel towards this person currently. Third card is going to be where this person's head is at, how they think of themselves in the situation, how you think about yourself in the situation, most probable outcome, and how to make the connection better. So let's see what comes up here. I've got Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Someone might be feeling overwhelmed by their emotions. Either feeling overwhelmed by their emotions. Let's see. So in regards to how this person feels towards you, we've got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So there's something that they're putting a stop to. They're not allowing something to flow right now. Could be a little bit resistant. Could be resistant to change as well. Yeah, resistant to change. How you might be feeling about this person. I've got the Six of Wands in reverse. So I don't know if you feel like you are losing this person or you lost something or you're at some sort of like disadvantage is what it feels like. It could feel like you are wanting this person's approval and there's just kind of you're being met with a blockage essentially, which is not a surprise being that this person is like full stop with this wheel right now. And that could be they could just not be open for multiple reasons. We've got in the corners here, there's like the different elements. And if all those elements are not within balance, both within that person's self and within the universe, this person could miss out on either opportunities because they're not allowing things to come to them. They're just not allowing for it. Where this person's head is at, what they might think of themselves in the situation, they've gained some independence. They're really feeling like they just need to do their own thing. They're really feeling like they need to do their own thing. See the shadow here on this face? There's like a sacrifice that is made for people that are wanting this type of independence, kind of like able to provide for themselves. There's what they give up is sharing this with someone else because they're so focused on themselves. What you might think of yourself in this situation, I see someone that's wanting to take action. This is like passionate action, passionate moving. You want there to be some movement, or you are in a space clearly of wanting to move forward. There's some blockages here. So obviously there's very obvious to me conflicting points of interest here from both sides. Most probable outcome, there's some more resistance here. There's some more resistance coming up here. So both people are kind of like maintaining their ground, keeping their ground. And obviously these two energies are not really working in sync with each other, but there's still people here holding their ground. So that seems to be maybe correct for both parties involved, or maybe both parties will be investigating what it means for them to be kind of sticking up for themselves or sticking up for what they're fighting for, because we've got two people wanting two different things here. The Seven of Wands with this Six of Wands in reverse is an Ace of Wands. So there seems to be this energy of like somebody's being like, here's this like peace offering, essentially. Here's this like new start. And on the under end of that offer is just a potential unless somebody seizes that in return. But there's some issue around somebody not seizing that. How to make this situation better? We've got the Three of Wands in reverse. So there's a lot of wands here. There's a lot of energy revolving around taking action and what action might best be taken depending on whose energy I'm looking at, because it's different for both people. So on one hand, there's somebody that could be like, I'm not having patience for this anymore. I could see both people being like, I'm not having patience for this anymore. And, there's just like lack of planning moving forward together because these energies that two people are dealing with are just so different. They're just invested in two different things. So, a call to replan, go back to square one, go back to what it is that you are wanting to be interested in the first place for both people. Again, this has like an individual thing because I've got one person wanting to take action here and I've got one person wanting to take action on their material gain or their foundation. Hey baby, are you okay? Little pup barking over here. What's up, baby? You hear the pups upstairs? You're so cute. You're so cute. Hi. Hello. So fucking cute. Holy shit. All right. So what I want to do, I want to get some oracle cards for you, Shay. Does this sound familiar to you at all? Any of this like energy that I'm talking about? Any messages for Shay regarding their kid's father and this situation with them? I can't believe it's been 2 hours already. Any advice for Shay regarding this person that they've are trying to connect with? Interesting. So, first card you got is New Moon. A new start is coming. All right. A new start is coming. There's a yes coming your way. This is one of the most auspicious cards in the deck. It's totally positive and suggests something new and exciting is developing. The situation you're asking about is blessed, and you're on target to achieve your goals. The message from the universe is that you're starting all over again in some way, be that on a new or better course, or just feeling more positive about achieving your desired outcome. I feel this for you. If you've been feeling stagnant, this card reminds you that life goes in cycles and you're moving into a new cycle. This is the time to wipe the slate clean. If the situation you've asked about has become toxic, either that will clear up now or something totally new and fresh is on its way. Attuned to the moon, I'll see it when I believe it. Additional meanings, a new start is on its way. You will soon start to feel more hopeful about getting what you want. Your belief that your dreams can manifest is working well, and forget about the past. And at the same time, you got another new moon. So maybe this is what this new moon is talking about. That one that I just read. This is called New Moon in Scorpio, Work Through Your Fears. I like this. I like this energy for you. This card suggests a rebirth, right? There's this idea of something new coming. Think of your situation as the phoenix that's rising from the ashes, as the birth, death, rebirth paradigm. That's what Scorpio energy is all about. Whatever you've been going through, whatever you've been through, there's a new start ahead. So, whatever this means to you, the universe is really trying to dig into this theme of a new start happening. Whatever you've been through, there's a new start ahead. It might be a little dark. It almost certainly won't be rainbows and unicorns, but it will be deep and transformative. I believe this. This card also suggests that if you know that you are magical, then this is the time to work your magic, which I have no doubt that you are a magical person, Shay. I think your intuition's on point. It can also herald the. I don't like that one. It's just saying it's the start of a new time if emotional intimacy has been lacking. Scorpio is the sign that likes to go deep into body, mind, and spirit. So when this card comes up, there's nothing superficial about what's coming your way. It's very transformative. I think this is what that new moon, that new start is talking about. Additional meanings, time to let go of a grudge you're holding. So there's something about moving on from the past for sure. Move on from jealousy. Stop being obsessive. And could it be you're being paranoid? and make an investment. I want to do a soul truth for you as well, Shay, before I move back over to the free list. I feel like this really is it's really good energy coming your way. And I feel like these messages are really something to be paying attention to for sure. Pretty, it's not your turn after Shay. I would really appreciate you being more patient because it's very distracting when I see the chat going and I'm trying to do a reading and it's somebody asking again and again if it's their turn when I'm going out of my way to post the list. Okay? Any messages for Shay? Whoa, we got a couple. Shay, for some reason, I feel like you got this one last time we did a reading. I don't really remember anything else from the last time we did a reading, but I think this was in there. Does my life have room for more pleasure and play? In what area are you lacking pleasure right now? Maybe in certain relationships or with work. Is it possible to shift the seriousness of life to experiencing a more creative, wild, and playful side of you? Today's soul action, what would happen if you added more play and laughter into your life? What area is lacking this right now? Take the time to play. Let go of any need to produce anything. And you also got, what if it isn't true? The thing you're telling yourself right now, the concrete reasons why you think you don't belong, you can't do it, you won't get there, you're not enough, or it's not for you. What if it isn't true? Which it's not true. Today's soul action. It's time for a soul chat. Close your eyes, put your hands on your heart, and ask the wise one within you. What if it isn't true? What else might be possible? Journal your answer. What lie do I need to let go of to reach my soul's truth? Oh, you did get that same one last time? Well, it's still something to really be thinking about for you, because the universe is really trying to get some messages across for maybe you to be thinking about in regards to this situation. Okay, Shay, thank you so much for your question. I appreciate your energy. Thank you for your donation as well. Thank you. I appreciate you coming back to the channel. All right. So I got Janice and I've got Queen next. And it's not Queen Cece, I believe it's Queen Famous. All right, Queen Famous, I got you. Does Cornelius Morris want to be with you? Okay. I see. Then I'm wondering what you mean by be with you, because there's literally energy around us all the time. I see. I see. Okay, I got you. Does Cornelius Morris want to be around Queen? Interesting. There's this obvious, yes, to answer your question, there's specifically this energy here of, because I've got this high priestess in reverse. And so it seems like someone, this person, is trying to connect with you via your intuition, via, anything that gets you to a higher plane of frequency, as far as like, when you're meditating and you're breathing and you are not really focusing your awareness on this and that, all these things going on throughout the day, when you can actually hear yourself is when some messages can start to come through. I think this is like what we were talking about like earlier in the stream in regards to like connecting with other people. It seems like maybe there's a part of you that doesn't trust or like consciously believe that you can make this connection, and it's kind of creating this blockage because this person is here all the time. This person's here all the time. This seems to be a blockage in regards to actually connecting and how open maybe you are in regards to receiving messages from this person, or experiencing like physical sensations. There's a level of trusting in yourself and trusting in the universe, relying on your intuition and really believing in that, believing in yourself and this connection. I see. I see. It seems like maybe the thought process gets a little chaotic when it comes to thinking about continuing a connection with this person, even though they're on a higher vibrational plane. And I think that, again, going in, this hermit in reverse is kind of similar to this high priestess in reverse. It's this energy of trusting yourself, making like a sacred space. I feel you. I feel you. You don't have to be afraid of anything. I don't think there's anything to be afraid of here, really. If anything, it's just kind of like either anxious thoughts when it comes to thinking about connecting with this person. It seems like thoughts just kind of go in like disarray, and then the next thing that happens is like, oh, well, either I can't do this or this isn't really happening or something like that. But it's happening. It's absolutely happening on a very spiritual, high frequency connection type way. Making some sacred space for yourself, allowing yourself to be separated from society and other people for a little bit, really going inward, allowing yourself to take that time and make that space will make it easier for this connection to come through. Yeah. What I want to do for you as well, Queen, is I want to pull some oracle cards for you. Maybe there's some advice that we can get here to maybe allow this like opening, because I understand the fear too. Like I understand that, and you can make boundaries, like whatever boundaries you want. Like you can make that too. Any messages for Queen? Oh, energy is energy. Energy is not limited to like the physical constraints that we experience in this plane. Energy is not limited by anything like physical. Cannot be created or destroyed. It just gets transferred and it's around all the time. Any messages for Queen Famous in regards to like advice as to how to better clearly connect with this Cornelius Morris person? I like both of these because we were just talking about like, if you're afraid, we're talking about setting whatever boundaries you want, kind of like in the physical plane when you are trying to navigate a connection with someone who's also in this physical plane, you set boundaries with them. Like this is no different. What boundaries need to be created or strengthened within my relationships? To create more healthy boundaries, we must first get in tune with our own needs, desires, and feelings and believe we are worthy of them. This is crazy. In your relationships, it's essential to know where they end and where you begin. Today's soul action: when we separate our energy from others, we gain clarity about what we really want. So there's that hermit energy again. Then we stop doing things that no longer align with ourselves. If you're an empath, you can still be compassionate towards others without taking on their stuff. It's safe to trust that you are not here to fix anyone. Today's mantra: I have everything I need within me now, and so do they. I am worthy of my needs, and I set boundaries based on what's best for me. You also got: if I had a magic wand and could have anything I desired in life, what would I choose? Burn with desire. There is power in your desires. Let them be your fuel today. I'm getting the chills. Your desires are your soul's wings. And for some reason, I'm getting it on my left thigh. Your desires are your soul's wings, and it's time to take flight. This is crazy. I'm getting chills all over my body now. Today's soul action: today go inward, just like we've been talking about. Your answers lie within, just like we were just talking about. What do you desire? Choose what makes you happy and do that. Okay? Hey, Sazia, I've closed the list. I'm just working on finishing up the rest of the list. But if you subscribe and hit the bell, you'll be notified for when I come back online. So I love those messages for you, Queen. And I'm stoked for y'all's connection. That's wonderful. So, thank you so much for your question. Thank you for bringing your energy to the channel. You're so welcome. All right, this is what I have for the free list. So I've got Pretty up next. I know I had to put them on this like time out feature from YouTube because they kept just asking the same question. It's very distracting when I'm trying to do a reading. Hey Shivanya, good to see you again. So I've got Preeti, Gaurav, and Empress. If any three of you want to post your question, I will answer it in the order that the list goes. And I've really got to go to the bathroom right quick. I apologize. I just have to pee really quick. I'll be right back. All right. Shivanya, if you hit the bell, you should get notified. Thanks for waiting, everybody. All right, Empress. Saturn, if you want to post your question, that's fine. So Empress' question is, oh, if we already got a free question, are we not able to donate after? Should I be focusing on this week? It's just a matter of like getting through the list. So if somebody got a free question and I've closed all the lists, even the donation ones, then I wouldn't be taking another question, even if that person had just got a free question and they wanted to donate. It's just a matter of like time constraints that I have. I got to get through this list, and then there's other stuff that I got to do throughout the day. But if the lists were open, like if the donation list was open, then you could definitely ask another question. I hope I answered your question. So Empress, I'm gonna go for you. What should you be focusing on this week? I like that question. I like that question a lot. Anna, if you want to post your question too, you can go ahead and do that. So Empress's question is, what should I be focusing on this week? Let's see. Well, I just saw the Knight of Pentacles, so I'm wondering if there's either a project that you're working on or something that you're putting your time and your energy into that requires, patience. It requires like checking everything off, being practical, being sensible, still taking action, but it's like laying the groundwork for something, which can take a lot of time. And just take a lot of time. So that's just what I saw at the bottom of the deck, and then I got carried away with that. So I'm just cutting into 3. What should Empress be focusing on this week? So Empress, what I'm getting with that Knight of Pentacles included in regards to laying the groundwork towards something, it seems as though there's kind of this maybe there has been this energy of either there's an energy here of like, yes, making choices for yourself, but it's like, are my choices are they in alignment with my values, and have I been really paying attention to that in regards to when your values are aligned with your actions, it makes it really easy for the universe to like send things your way that you might feel, oh wow, I'm so lucky because this person came into my life, or like, whoa, I got really lucky because I got this job opportunity or something like that. There's a perspective that needs to be had so that you can see what the universe is bringing your way. And sometimes when our actions are not aligned with either what we believe or they're not aligned with our values, that could be something as simple as like, daydreaming, but not actually taking action on that thing. There's a sense of like, kind of like apathy or stuckness that comes with normalizing that type of thought process. So it seems like this coming week, because I've got the Lovers in the reverse with the Wheel of Fortune or the reverse, those are some major arcana. So there's working on a major theme in your life in regards to either like making choices for yourself that are with good that could benefit you essentially. And there's this energy here about like not being apathetic, right, towards taking action towards yourself, so you can be open to messages that the universe has for you, or allowing for change, and you feeling a sense of empowerment, and instead of like kind of sitting on the sidelines being a little apathetic or bored even. So that's the energy that I got coming towards you, Empress. I love to daydream. I would do it all fucking day if I could, but I get caught up with that too. It like gets to a point of my physical life can seem a little bit stagnant or boring because I'm just solely in my head, and then I'm like, well, why aren't things coming to me to make my life like more fun? But that's just incorrect way of thinking. Like, you take action, you make your life look like what you want it to look like. And you know, if your intentions are good and your values are in alignment with your actions, then it'll make a lot easier for the universe to come swing some cool things your way. You're definitely not the only one. Oh my god, dude. If I could get paid for daydreaming, I swear to God, like, I'll just do anything to do it. I'd be so. But, you know, I love taking action though, because I like seeing things manifest into the physical plane. It's just a whole nother level of satisfaction in itself that daydreaming can't provide for me. You're welcome, Empress Daisy. And then, okay, Anna, I get you. Anna, you can, if you'd like to post your question, we can check it out. I'm just gonna repost the list right quick. I appreciate everyone being patient. This is what I have right now. Hi, Amanda. Welcome to the channel. Anna says, what am I not understanding at this time? Well, when I just turn the cards around, I see death with the Six of Cups. So there might be a transformation or an ending, right? Like a death of maybe some situation that's happened in the past, maybe thinking more of like, you know, instead of dwelling on the past and allowing it to gain your awareness, which would then direct the rest of your day or the decisions that you make, maybe coming from a place of that's interesting. I've never noticed that in the back. So there's this connection here. This is like a nostalgic moment. This would be like somebody looking at the past and being nostalgic, right? Which is where I'm getting this this understanding of coming from a space of opening your heart chakra, as opposed to staying stuck on the past. You know, allowing the past to die and accepting whatever happened has happened, and that you are in control of your life right now. You know, these things from the past don't have to affect or dictate what you do throughout your day or the thoughts that you have. You don't have to believe every thought that you have. What's interesting, I hear you. I hear you. There's this, I've never noticed that there's this like guard back here. I don't know if they're a guard because they don't look that suited up, but they're holding some sort of like staff or wand. And it kind of reminds me of just someone moving forward with intent, with intention. Because I see their back, right? So there's this energy here of like not looking back. Very interesting. And that was before I even pulled any cards out. So let's see. What is Anna not understanding? Or Anna? What's Anna not understanding? There is certainly this energy here of trusting that you can move forward with something new, like a new endeavor, right? Again, we're looking at this person's back. So there's an energy here of someone moving forward and not looking back. And not doubting yourself in regards to, if you felt like someone disrespected you, again, you don't have to let that dictate how you make choices throughout your day, because I can see that it's affecting specifically the choices that are being made. I've got, oh my God. So this is a 2 of Wands, right? I've got the High Priestess in reverse, which is a number 2. And I've got another number 2. That's the 2 of Cups in reverse. So this is very much talking about how maybe the past and you trusting yourself to move on from these experiences, not allowing yourself to be held back by them. Even if someone did disrespect you and you felt like the respect was not reciprocal, you can give anything that you're trying to outsource to yourself. And since that person doesn't make your choices or whatever, those past experiences don't dictate they don't have to solely dictate your choices. You can be aware of them, but you mostly might want to focus on trusting that you can move forward and putting energy into your passions moving forward, whatever that may look like to you, and taking action on those things. I want to do a soul truth for you right quick. Any messages for Anna regarding regarding what they're not understanding? What should they be thinking about so that they can have some clarity about what it is that they're not understanding, or that they're having a difficult time understanding? I really like this. How can I infuse more self-love and compassion into my life? Absolutely. Absolutely. This is a big message from the universe right now. If your compassion does not include yourself, it's incomplete. Today's soul action: choose one self-care action to do today. Number 1 is set stronger boundaries. 2 is meditate and listen to your heart. 3 is speak with yourself with compassion. Speak to yourself with compassion. 4 is focus on your strengths. 5 is say no to something that isn't a soul yes. 6 is say yes to something that you are afraid of. 7 is let go of what you cannot control. 8 is stay far away from drama and negativity. 9 is ask for help and allow it. 10, write down 3 things that you are grateful for. All right, Anna, thank you so much for your question. All right. So this is what I'm working with right now. Saturn, will M. Aries contact me next week? We did not talk for a long time now. Recently kept dreaming about him for some reason. Okay. Will this Aries person contact Saturn next week? Let's say within the next 2 weeks, so we can include this one too. Will this Aries person contact Saturn within the next 2 weeks? I do not believe that they will contact you. And the reason why I'm saying that, I've got the 8. I did see the Sun card here at the bottom of the deck. But I don't really see messages getting across here, because I've got an energy of feeling trapped, self-generated, some limiting beliefs, and a foundation that's no longer permanent. There's just a change in a situation that was very permanent. It seems like this person, there's this energy here of maybe coming from this person of limiting beliefs and fears, maybe regarding this. I don't know if y'all had a past situation. Let me see if you said there's a situation that was permanent for them that felt more like being bound to something. So while I see that this person might be open to something new, they're also at the same time not saying anything yet about it, but they might. I don't see it within the next 2 weeks though. There's some fears and anxiety revolving around reaching out just yet. I got you. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. People being hella rude. Your birthday's July 23rd. All right, that's coming up. You're so welcome, Saturn. Butterfly, Jenny. I'm right in the middle of a reading, Chrissy, and the way that you're choosing to communicate with me right now is disrespectful. I'm not here for it. Hey everybody, I've closed both the donation and the free list. So whatever list I have posted right now is who I'm going to be able to do. All right, Butterfly, how will my future husband be like? So I want to see, well, the Empress is Taurus or Libra, I believe. So they will be very, very, they will attract a lot of energy and they like being very comfortable, luxurious. There's this energy here of them even being creative, possibly in social settings. So I'm getting like a Taurus or a Libra here, or just somebody that's very passionate about the abundance that they bring or that the connections that they make with other people. This person's very sociable. Like people are very attracted to this person's energy. Um, they might come with an energy of they might struggle with this thing of like not wanting to be alone, or they have like fears of being on the outside looking in, or like fear of like missing out on something. So they might be a fire sign too. But that's what I've got. That's all I've got for right now. All right, Butterfly. Jenny, thank you for your question, Butterfly. And this is what I've got right now. Jenny, Yo-Yo, Queen Cece, Stacy, Phantom, and Lapis Films. Kimberly, if you donated, if you subscribe and hit the bell, you'll be notified of when I come back on, and I'll remember that you donated. So I'll give you a reading then. Oh, I hear you, Butterfly. I hear you. You're very welcome. Thank you for connecting with me. I feel you. I feel that then, since it came up with this person, I feel like that might be tended to. You might finally not. That might be tended to. Like you might not have to be feeling that with this person. So I've got Jenny, Yo-Yo, Queen Cece, Stacy, Phantom, and Lapis Films. If either of you, if any one of those folks on that list would like to post a question, I can go ahead and answer it. You too. Thanks, Butterfly. I see. Is Kimberly still here? Kimberly, if you're still here, I'll go ahead and take your question. That'll probably be the last one that I do today, since there's other people on the free list that are just not here. I appreciate your donation, by the way. How is that a deal? So again, if Kimberly is here, you can go ahead and post your question. Hey Jordan, I've closed the list, both the lists for today, and since no one from the list is posting a question, I think I'm just gonna close this stream for right now. Anybody that's coming in, if you hit the subscribe and then the bell, you'll be notified for when I come back on. And I would love to answer y'all's questions. Yeah, so thanks for coming and chilling at the channel. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. I hope you're taking care of yourselves and are saying nice things to yourself when you do communicate with yourself. So take care, and I'll see you next time.